Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Meadsy69 and we are back with part 2 of our VK.100.01. Now, I did do a review on this pretty much when it first came out, and it's only been out a few weeks now, but the review was it was a quick review. I just wanted to get the video out for you guys to see what it's like, and then I'll start having a few good battles in it, and I got a few decent replays sent to me. So part 2 of the VK is pretty much just 3 replays, one from myself, one from Daily Damage, and one from my good friend Wolverine. But this battle is, first up is myself, and I've been struggling to ace this tank. Like, I've had over 100 battles in it, and I have really struggled to ace this tank. It's probably at the moment one of the toughest tanks to ace because it's tier 8. A lot of people had the Tiger P, so a lot of people would have had this tank straight away, and a lot of good people have this tank, and it's a very strong tank. People are doing really well in this tank. Is it balanced? I think it is balanced. The armor is pretty good, the gun is pretty good, the speed is really slow, but it has got that big weak spot on the front, on your bottom plate, and even when you're angled, that can still easily be penetrated. So yes, you're going to receive bounces. It's pretty much a super heavy in tier 8, so you are going to get bounces, and it's expected. It's a tier 8 heavy, and especially from tanks like the Gravedigger, who hasn't got much pen, you should be getting bounces from these tanks. Now, the side plates are, there's space armor, so when you're up against these, it's so annoying when you shoot where it's grey and then it bounces, or if you're shooting heat, etc., and it's very annoying, and it's just like, why did that bounce? It shouldn't have bounced, but it did bounce. So it's a very nice tank, and it's a tank that once I get the motion, I think I said that right, hopefully, the motion, I'm definitely going to keep this tank, because as Bushka said in his review of this tank, it is probably now the best tier 8 heavy, and I totally agree. The damage you can see there, 575 high roll onto that type 62 dragon, and now he is a one shot, so it's now just, it is a supremacy. We are winning on, my team's winning on cap points, literally just, and we have got two bases. But the enemy Dracula, I know exactly where he is going. He's going to cap A, which he does exactly the right thing. He is a one shot, and there's not much you can do against a VK that is near enough full hit points. So, and they are just behind on points. So we do need to get the kill. We take out the T-44, so we push the points back just a little bit. But as you can see, the Dracula is just about to cap A, which means they will have 2 cap points. And they will catch pretty quickly, very quickly. So we do need another kill, and you can see now 780 supremacy points. I am on 960, and I love what the Dracula does here. There is no choice for him, because we are still going to cap this out before the enemy. So what he decides to do, he sits on B, and he has to. There is no other way. He does get pretty risky, but he's now caught up with points, but it wasn't enough, and we are going to win on just about. So we managed to get the final kill, and we get 1,000 supremacy points. So we do finally ace this tank. 3,400 damage. We get the steel wall, we get the Kolobanov, we 1,415 XP. So not a bad battle, and that was my first ace, and we bounced 8 shots, 900 assistant damage, and we get ourselves 588 supremacy points. So a very nice battle indeed, and thankfully I've aced the tank. I thought that tank will be my nemesis. I didn't think I was going to ace that tank this quickly. It took me over 100 battles to ace it, but to be honest, I thought it was going to go and take a lot more battles for me to ace it. But next up, we are going to show you another ace, and this time it is a tier 9 battle, and it is Daily Damage. Now, he is tuned up with someone in a T28 prototype, And the enemy are now capping A and they are capping C. So he's just going to go and he's going to sit in C so they can't cap. Now there is the IS-6 on the enemy team. He gets a nice shot without getting shot in return. Now the IS-6 he's made a few mistakes. He's just lost half of his hit points for no reason whatsoever. So he's going to poke round. He's going to see what shots he can get. He's going to angle up. He's going to wait for his teammate to come through. He gets a nice shot onto the Tiger 2 there. And it already is 2 tanks down a piece. So the mediums over A are dying. Now, big mistake from the T-28 there. He does get a shot by a few times just for boking out, but he does get a shot onto the Tiger 2. So that Tiger is now a 1 shot. The IS-6 has lost half of his hit points. It's 5 against 5, and they are losing on supremacy points. So they do need to start doing something. He needs to start doing something, and I like what they do here. So that the T-28 prot goes around the other side, and they're going to pretty much pincer them in. So they're going to go in from each direction. So the IS-8 on the enemy team, he gets a shot into the side of him. The Waffle takes out the CDC, so it's now 3 against 4. So he's angling up. He does get shot from the IS-6. He's now reloaded, so he's going to get 1 more shot into him, putting him down to a 1 shot. So his Toon Buddy is going to come in behind him, and they are now pushing 2 against this IS-8. So very good job. His teammate has got 2 kills. He's going to get a hat shot into him. He gets bounces. He gets a bounce in return, and it's now 3 against 2. So they pulled it back. 3 against 2. You got the Waffle that has full hit points. He's going to get a shot into his teammate, and now his teammate is a 1 shot. And here comes the Super Persian. Super Persian hasn't got great pen. He switches to the HE and does a lovely roll, putting him now down to a 1 shot. And the IS-6 on his team can take him out, just leaving this Waffle. So he is a 1 shot to the Waffle. Now, I don't appreciate the language you are about to see from his teammate. I'm not sure why they are moaning. I think it's because they didn't help. It was just him and his teammate while the IS-6 sat back. I don't know. So now he did get shot from the Waffle, so he is a 1 shot, and the Waffle does the right thing. He is pushing him, so he's got the HE loaded, gets a nice 600 roll into him, and the IS-6 actually takes him out. So very nice battle indeed. 45,000 credits he earned in that battle. Very nice for credit earning this tank. 4,500 damage, 1,310 XP, 160 supremacy points. Not a bad battle at all. Next up and last up, we have Wolverine, a good friend of mine, and he plays very, very good. And again, it's a tier 9 battle. So hopefully these 2 last battles show you just how well this tank can hold up in higher tiers. And if it holds this well high up in higher tiers, then just imagine how good this tank is against tier 7. It's just insane. It really is insane. And even though the tank is really, really slow, I've really enjoyed playing it. There's not been a battle I've gone in, and I think I've got like 70% win rate in the tank. And it's just a really, really strong tank. If you angle correctly, or if you hold down, you could really do some damage. And this battle, there is only 3 tier 8s, so there is 4 tier 7s. That's still tough for a tier 8 tank. And we're going to see just how well he does. So already it is Rockfield. They have pretty much all gone left. There's a couple in the middle-ish, but they are still all left. And there is an Object 704 that has pushed. Not sure why he is in the position he is, but there's already 1 tank that is down on their team. So now there's 2 tanks here. There's the RHM again, just like this Object 704. I'm not sure why he's in the position he's in, and now they're just going to rush this 704. However, the WZ11114 has come to help him, but I think it's a little bit too late. Object 704 is going to get deleted. 2 tanks down now for his team. The VK.100.01. I'm just going to call it the WZ111. He lost a bit of hit points, but Wolverine is full health, so he needs that gun depression. He bounces, very unfortunate bounce. He needed that shot to go in. The ST behind him is a one shot, so he's trying to protect him. He doesn't want anyone to shoot him because he's a nice tank to have in. And thankfully for the WZ, he just sits still. But now it is 3 against 5. It was 3 against 6, but they've now taken out the RHM, and it's 3 against 5. But there is a couple of low hit point tanks to get through, but still, it's still 3 against 5. Wolverine takes out the Louver for his second kill and puts it down to now a 2 versus 4. So the WZ111 has now taken out the ST. So 2 versus 4. Got the Waffle again. Don't know what these tanks with no armor are doing. He's going to literally YOLO right across there. He does take out the WZ, however, but it was very risky. Lovely shot there into that Waffle. He is burning. Look at that. 875 damage. Very nice. And he's trying to run away, but again, he has got the HE loaded. Another 595 damage. Now, the Glacial is started to poke around the corner. He is full health. Hopefully, this Waffle can take out the other Waffle, leaving it 2 against 2. But the Glacial is pushing. He needs to get a shot into this Glacial, but he hits the rock. And you can see the Glacial coming around, and that is what I mean. You can get bounces on the side. Now, the Waffle on the green team does take out the Waffle on the red team, which leaves it now 2 versus 2. And the Glacial, you can see him trying to aim at the weak points. Instead, he decides to turn to HE. He's red. You know what? I'm going to do just as much damage as I can. I'm going to shoot HE. At least I'll do some damage. But Wolverine can take him out for his 3rd kill. And he gets another bounce. So just now, 2 against 1. These two have played really, really well together. And I was quite surprised to see the damage at the end. They played really, really well together. And the last tank remaining is a KPF on the enemy team, and he's pretty much full hit points. So the Waffle does need to be careful because he is a one shot. So Wolverine actually tells the Waffle, let me go and spot him. I can take a hit. So fair play to Wolverine for that. He's willing to sacrifice his hit points to spot him. And as soon as he spotted him, the Waffle hopefully then can get a shot in. So he knows roughly where he is because he did bounce not so long ago from the KPF. And there's pretty much, unless he's moving, there's only one place he can be. And that is the heavy side, or the left side, up above this hill where the cap is. And you can see now he's been spotted and he's full hit points. So hopefully, lovely shot there from the Waffle. Lovely shot from the Waffle. And it really helped taking that shot and not getting shot in return. So the Waffle, for now, stays alive. Wolverine is going to come around the corner. Again, like I said, he can take a shot from the KPF quite comfortably. However, if the KPF does take damage or does damage him, he will be left on a one shot. So the Waffle is also a one shot. So he still needs to be careful. So he gets a nice shot into him and he gets the bounce in return. Now, the reload on this tank, I think, is a little bit quicker than the KPF. And you can see now the Waffle is coming behind him. The Waffle's not a one shot. He's got more hit points than I thought. But he gets a lovely high roll into the hatch, and they end up winning quite comfortably. So nearly 2k block damage. He gets himself 4,600 damage. Again, look at the credits, 44,000 credits earned. 3 kills, lovely teamwork play there. They both, look at that team. They dominated that. But for now, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. That is the VK.100.01. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye.